email hit like a gut punch. My wife, Sigrid, stole my $300,000 inheritance, flaunting her lover in a blurry spa photo. I'm Eldrick Warwick, 58, a retired teacher staring at betrayal in my Blue Ridge cabin. The cracked pocket watch, Mom's legacy, ticks louder than my racing heart. Her cheating wife story unravels a family drama I never saw coming. Was I blind, or always one step ahead? Share your thoughts on infidelity drama below, and let's unravel this true cheating story together. Ready to dive into the revenge? Fog presses against the frost-covered windows, smearing the world outside into a gray blur. The wind howls, rattling the panes of my old cabin in the Blue Ridge Mountains. A faded turkey wreath swings on the front door, its paper feathers curling with age. The oak table before me holds a single plate of store-bought turkey, congealing in the dim glow of a dying fire. The TV flickers, muted, some NFL game droning with distant cheers. I don't care who's winning. I'm alone, and it's Thanksgiving Eve. The pocket watch sits on the mantel, my mother's heirloom, its faint tick-tick cutting through the silence. It's been 10 years since she passed, but that watch, her anchor, she called it, still feels like her hand on my shoulder. I rub my eyes, my 58 years weighing heavy, and reach for my laptop. The screen's too bright, the touchpad finicky under my clumsy fingers. Another thing I can't quite master, like keeping my family close. An email notification pings, sharp against the wind. It's from Sigrid. My wife. My chest tightens. She's supposed to be at a yoga retreat in Asheville, finding her inner peace again. I click, and her words hit like a fist. I've moved the inheritance to my account. It's better this way. No dear Eldrick, no explanation. Just a cold declaration. Attached is a photo, blurry but unmistakable, Sigrid, laughing, wine glass in hand, beside a man with a beard. Thane, I'd bet, some spa guru she's mentioned. They're on a balcony, Asheville's lights twinkling behind them. Her smile cuts deeper than the words, brighter than I've seen in years. Another holiday alone, I mutter, my voice swallowed by the cabin's creaks. Now this? My calm's a lie, masking the panic clawing my gut. Sigrid's betrayal shatters the fragile stability I've clung to, our 20-year marriage, already fraying, now torn apart. That $300,000, Mom's legacy, isn't just money. It's her sacrifice, her double shifts to put me through school, her dream for Torrens' future. And Sigrid thinks she can take it? I stumble to the mantel, gripping the watch. Its cool metal steadies me, but my whisper's raw, not again. I've lost too much, Mom, Torrens' trust, now this. The fire spits a dying ember, and the TV crowd roars, mocking my silence. Who's this Thane? How did Sigrid get to the trust? The questions burn, unanswered, as the watch ticks on, counting down to something I can't yet see. Frost coats the kitchen windows, turning the Blue Ridge Mountains into a ghostly smear. The air's sharp, biting my knuckles as I pour coffee, the pot hissing like it's got a grudge. A Black Friday ad screeches from the radio, save big at Walmart. Its cheer clashing with the cabin's quiet oak. Sigrid's wellness posters, all yoga poses and green smoothies, look out of place against the worn timber walls. They're her mark, not mine. The pocket watch, Mom's heirloom, ticks on my wrist, heavier than it should be at 58. I pull on my flannel, its collar frayed, and head outside. The axe bites into the pine log, each thwack echoing in the crisp dawn. Sweat stings my eyes, but I keep swinging, trying to outrun the ache in my chest. Sigrid's packing for another retreat, her suitcase open by the door. She's been gone more than she's here lately, her self-discovery trips stretching longer each time. I check my phone, the bank app glowing with its 2025 biometric login. I swipe through accounts, my thumb lingering, checking, always checking. It's a habit, maybe a cage, but it keeps things safe. Mom's $300,000 trust, Torrens' future, depends on it. Back inside, Sigrid zips her bag, her phone clutched tight, screen locked. Back by Thanksgiving? I ask, keeping my voice even, like I don't feel her slipping away. She glances up, her eyes distant. Maybe, she says, tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. That's it. No promise, no warmth. I nod, swallowing the hurt, my coffee mug cold in my hands. She's slipping away, and Torin's already gone, I think, the words sinking like stones. My phone chimes, a text from Torin, my 30-year-old son in Seattle. Not coming, Dad. Busy. The words hit harder than the axe. Another Thanksgiving alone, no son, no family laughter. I stare at the screen, the watches tick-tick loud in my ears, reminding me of Mom's empty chair. Sigrid's locked phone, her vague maybe, Torin's absence, they're threads of a pattern I can't quite see. Why is she so secretive? Why won't Torin come home? The radio jingles on, oblivious, as the frost thickens outside, sealing me in with questions. The living room's oak walls glow soft under morning light, but frost still clings to the windows, muting the Blue Ridge Hills. Family photos line the shelves, me, Sigrid, a grinning Torin at 10, back when we fit together. A community potluck flyer, crumpled and ignored, sits on the counter, its promise of Thanksgiving cheer feeling like a taunt. I sip coffee, the mug's warmth barely cutting the chill at 58. The pocket watch ticks on my wrist, Mom's steady rhythm urging me to keep going. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and I'm already dreading tomorrow's empty table. Gravel crunches outside, sharp against the quiet. Leora Hensley, my 60-year-old neighbor, knocks, her breath clouding as she steps in with a pumpkin pie. The cinnamon scent hits me, warm and heavy, stirring memories of Mom's kitchen. Leora's eyes are kind but tired, her scarf loose like she doesn't care anymore. Skipped the potluck last night, she says, setting the pie down. Too quiet without family. Her voice catches, and I nod, feeling that same hollow ache. She's widowed, alone like me, her kids scattered far beyond these mountains. Saw Sigrid in town last week, Leora adds, hesitant. With some guy in a fancy SUV. Looked like trouble. My stomach twists, but I force a shrug. Just a colleague, probably, I say, my voice too tight. Leora raises an eyebrow, unconvinced, but doesn't push. Something's off, I think, the watches tick-tick louder now, like a warning. I grab my phone, pulling up Sigrid's Instagram. Her stories, 2025's fleeting kind, show vague retreat shots, yoga mats, Asheville sunsets, no faces. No Thane. No answers. My phone chimes, a bank alert slicing through the cinnamon haze, unauthorized login attempt on trust account. Blocked. My coffee mug nearly slips. The $300,000, Mom's legacy, Torin's future, someone's trying to touch it. Sigrid? That familiar man? My denial cracks, doubt creeping in like the frost outside. Leora watches me, her silence heavy. Who's trying to steal my mother's anchor? The potluck flyer flutters as the door creaks shut, leaving me with questions I can't ignore. The wind howls outside my Blue Ridge cabin, rattling the kitchen windows like it's trying to break in. It's Thanksgiving Eve, 2025, 9 p.m., and the faded turkey wreath on the door sways with every gust. Inside, the air's heavy, the only warmth coming from the coffee pot's dying hiss. My laptop glows on the oak counter, Sigrid's email burning into me, I've moved the inheritance to my account. It's better this way. The blurry photo of her with Thane at an Asheville spa, wine glasses glinting, her smile a stranger's, mocks me from the screen. Mom's pocket watch, my anchor, ticks on the counter, its silver catching the firelight. Parade cheers drift from the neighbor's house, Macy's floats and bands a world away from this empty kitchen. I reread the email, voice shaking as I whisper, $300,000. Mom's legacy. My hands tremble, not just from the cold. Sigrid's in Asheville, isn't she? Supposed to be finding peace, not stealing the trust fund Mom scraped together for me, for Torin, for something that lasts. She's stealing everything, Mom, Torin, me. The thought chokes me, raw and sharp, like the frost creeping through the walls. I grab my phone, thumb clumsy on the screen, and call her. It rings, then clicks to voicemail, her voice bright, fake, leave a message. The beep lands like a slap. No answer. No Sigrid. Just silence, amplifying her absence, the same silence Torren's given me for months. My chest tightens, anger surging over fear. I slam the laptop shut, too hard, and the watch skids, hitting the floor with a sickening crack. The glass shatters, glinting like broken promises in the fire's flicker. I drop to my knees, heart pounding, and scoop it up. You won't take her, I growl, gripping the watch so tight the edges bite my palm. Its ticking falters, then steadies, Mom's anchor still holding despite the damage. I'm 58, too old for this betrayal, too stubborn to let it win. But fear gnaws. How did she try to move the money? Leora's words echo, a familiar man, trouble. Thane. Is he behind this? The parade music swells outside, a cruel reminder of families gathered, feasts shared. I'm alone, the cabin's shadows closing in, my coffee cold, the wreath swaying like a ghost of holidays past. I set the watch back on the counter, its cracked face staring up, and try to breathe. Sigurd's email, Torren's text, Leora's warning, they're pieces of a puzzle I don't want to solve. Something's off, and I'm not ready for the truth. My phone chimes, slicing the quiet. A bank alert, second unauthorized login attempt on trust account. Blocked. My stomach drops. Another try? The trust, Mom's $300,000, is still safe, but someone's clawing at it. I stare at the screen, the laptop's glow harsh, the watches tick a drumbeat. Who's trying to steal my legacy now? Fog blankets the Blue Ridge Mountains, swallowing the peaks outside my cabin's living room windows. It's Thanksgiving Day 2025, 10 a.m., and the air inside feels as heavy as the gray outside. I'm slumped on the couch, the TV droning NFL post-game analysis, some talking head dissecting the Cowboys' loss, crowd noise roaring like a life I'm not part of. My phone buzzes with Black Friday spam, drone deals, smart fridges, 2025's endless noise. The pocket watch, Mom's cracked heirloom, weighs in my flannels pocket, its faint tick a reminder of last night's shock, Sigurd's email, Thane's photo, the bank's alert. My coffee mug sits cold on the table, steam long gone. I open my laptop, the Zoom app glowing with its sleek 2025 interface, and call Clara, my bank's trust manager. Her face pops up, framed by a virtual office background, her smile steady. Eldrick, I checked the trust, she says, voice calm. Your mother was smart, irrevocable, biometric security, 2025 protocols. Sigurd can't touch it. I touch the watch through my pocket, its edge is sharp, and exhale, good thing. She can't touch it. The words spark a flicker of hope, fragile as the fog outside. Maybe I can fix this, I think, my heart slowing for the first time since Sigurd's betrayal hit. Clara nods, you're safe. Safe. The word feels hollow, but I cling to it, my fingers brushing the watch again. The NFL crowd roars on TV, a stark contrast to the cabin's silence. Sigurd's in Asheville, plotting with Thane, but the trust, Mom's $300,000, my anchor, is locked. I'm 58, too old for this fight, but Mom's watch ticks like a challenge. I grab my phone, thumbing a text to Torren, my son, out in Seattle, need to talk. It's about Mom's money. My hands shake, not just from cold. Torren's been distant, his text short, but he's my son. He'll listen, won't he? I stare at the screen, the mug clinking as I set it down, the fog pressing closer outside. The phone chimes, and my pulse jumps. Torren's reply, helped Mom with bank stuff last month. What's wrong? My breath catches. Helped Mom? Sigrid? I reread it, the words blurring. The watch's tick grows louder, a drumbeat in my chest. Did Torren aid Sigurd's scheme? The NFL noise fades, the cabin's silence swallowing me. I'm alone, relying on a son 3,000 miles away, a Zoom call my only shield. What did Torren do? Snow dusts the windows of my Blue Ridge cabin study, softening the harsh mountain light. It's Thanksgiving Day 2025, 2 p.m., and I'm hunched over my desk, surrounded by clutter, old teaching photos, me with students, Torin as a boy, faded lesson plans. A flickering lamp casts shadows, its buzz fighting the quiet. Mom's pocket watch, cracked from last night, sits beside it, ticking like a heartbeat. A crumpled community potluck flyer, left from Leora's visit, lies among the mess, a reminder of the world I've shut out. My laptop glows, Sigrid's Instagram open, her vague retreat posts taunting me. I scroll through her stories, 2025's fleeting kind, all yoga mats and Asheville sunsets. Then I see him, Thane, tagged in a spa post, smirking in a linen shirt. My breath catches. Thane Carver. I know that face. 2005, my history class, a senior I failed for cheating, caught with a stolen exam, defiant to the end. I dig through a desk drawer, heart racing, and pull out old school records, yellowed but clear. There it is, Thane Carver, disciplinary note. His scrawl on a detention slip, "You ruined my college shot, Warwick." I lean back, the chair creaking, and a memory hits, Thane storming out, his eyes burning, my voice steady, actions have consequences. My fault, too? The thought stings, guilt mixing with shock. The watch's tick grows louder, Mom's anchor pulling me back. I touch its cracked face, steadying myself. Thane's with Sigrid now, isn't he? That familiar man Leora saw. My phone chimes, sharp against the snow tapping the glass, a bank alert, unauthorized login attempt on trust account. Blocked. Origin, Asheville. Asheville. Sigrid's retreat, Thane's playground. They're trying again to steal Mom's $300,000, my legacy. I'm 58, too old for grudges, but this feels personal, like Thane's settling a score from 20 years ago. The lamp flickers, and my phone rings. It's Leora, her voice urgent. Eldrick, I remembered something. That SUV, the man with Sigrid? It was parked here last month, when you were in Seattle. He wasn't just dropping her off. My stomach twists. Seattle, when I tried to see Torin, got his cold shoulder. Thane was here, in my home, while I was gone. The potluck flyer catches my eye, a symbol of the community I've neglected, now tainted by this intrusion. I grip the watch, its edges biting. Thane Carver, I say, voice low. Leora pauses. You know him? The snow taps harder, the watches tick a drumbeat. Thane's grudge, Sigrid's scheme, are they tearing my life apart for revenge? I stare at the photos, Torin's young smile, my old classroom, and feel the weight of my past crashing in. Is Thane's revenge driving this? The fire's gone out in my Blue Ridge cabin's living room, leaving the dark to swallow everything but the shadows. It's Thanksgiving night, 2025, 10 p.m., and the cold seeps into my bones, heavier than the fog outside. The faded turkey wreath hangs in the gloom, a ghost of warmth long gone. Mom's pocket watch, cracked in silver, ticks on the coffee table, its rhythm a cruel pulse against the silence. I'm 58, slumped on the couch, clutching a childhood photo of Torin, his gap-toothed grin, 6 years old, holding a fishing rod. My thumb traces his face, the paper worn soft. Potluck laughter seeps from the neighbor's house, a world of warmth I can't touch. I'm as alone as this room, and it hurts worse than I'll admit. Everyone leaves. I'm not enough. The thought chokes me, raw and jagged, as I set the photo down. Sigrid's email, Thane's grudge, Torin's text, they're a weight I can't carry. I grab my phone, hands trembling, and call Torin. Seattle's 3 hours behind, but he'll pick up, won't he? My son, 30, too busy for his dad, but family matters. The line rings, then connects. Dad, what? His voice is sharp, impatient. It's about the bank, what you told Sigrid, I start, but he cuts me off. Stop overreacting. I'm busy. The call ends, a dead click that lands like a fist. I stare at the screen, the watch's tick deafening. Torin won't talk. Sigrid's gone. Mom's dead. I'm alone. I pick up the watch, its cracked face glinting in the dark, and open it. For Eldrick, my anchor, Mom's inscription reads, her handwriting a lifeline. I mutter, some anchor, my voice breaking. The silence presses in, broken only by a knock at the door. Leora Hensley steps in, her scarf dusted with snow, eyes heavy. Couldn't sleep, she says, sitting across from me. Holidays hurt more now. Widowed, kids gone. Skipped the potluck, but I sent a pie to the charity drive. Her voice cracks, and I see my own pain in her face. Torin won't talk, I say, barely a whisper. My house is too quiet too, she replies, and we sit, two old souls adrift in the cold. The potluck laughter fades outside, a reminder of families I've lost, Sigurd to her schemes, Torin to his life. I'm as alone as she is, I think, the watch's weight crushing. My phone chimes, a 2025 voicemail app flashing. It's Sigurd, her voice cold. Don't fight this, Eldrick. It's done. Done? My heart races, but before I can process, another chime, a bank alert, unauthorized login attempt. Blocked. Origin, Seattle. Seattle? Torrance City? The watch ticks like a bomb. Why's the attempt coming from there? Dawn breaks over my Blue Ridge cabin, November 27, 2025. The weak sunlight slipping through a cracked attic window. Dust motes dance in the beam, settling on boxes of old teaching awards and Torin's childhood drawings, stick figures, sailboats, dreams I didn't nurture. The floor creaks under me, the air thick with must and memory. Mom's pocket watch, cracked but ticking, weighs in my flannel pocket, a reminder of her legacy and my failures. Downstairs, a radio hums Sweet Home Alabama. Its twang faint but sharp, a southern echo in this lonely morning. I'm 58, sifting through the past, each box a wound. Sigurd's voicemail last night, it's done, and the bank alert from Seattle, Torrance City, burn in my mind. I pushed him into her trap, I think, guilt clawing my chest. My hand brushes a 2015 letter, Torrance scrawl jagged, you never let me choose my path. The words hit like a fist. I sink to the floor, the paper trembling. A memory flickers, 2015, our kitchen, Torin at 20, begging for art school. I worked night shifts at a warehouse, back aching, to pay for his classes, but pushed a practical career, law or business. You'll thank me, I said. He left, eyes cold, our rift born. I thought I was helping, I whisper, the attic's silence swallowing my voice. Another memory surfaces, Thanksgiving 2010, Torin at 15, our table set with Mom's china. We held hands for grace, his small fingers in mine, Mom's voice steady, for family, we give thanks. I blink, dust stinging my eyes, the watch's tick pulling me back. Torin's rebellion mirrors my own at his age, defying Mom's rules, yet I crushed his dreams like she never did mine. Footsteps creak below, and Leora Hensley calls, Eldrick? She climbs up, 60, scarf loose, carrying coffee in a folder. Got these from a bank friend, she says, handing me 2025 digital records, watermarked, showing Torin's email requesting trust transfer protocols last month. You did your best, she says, her eyes soft. Not enough, I reply, voice hollow. I pushed him away, left him open to Sigurd's lies. Leora's coffee steams, its warmth lost on me. The radio's twang fades, the attic solitude pressing in. I clutch the letter, Torin's words, and the bank records a double betrayal. Was he manipulated, or did he choose this? The watch ticks, the floor creaks, and I'm alone with my regrets, Leora's quiet support my only tether. What did Sigurd make Torin do? Light snow taps the windows of my Blue Ridge cabin study, a soft patter against the morning's quiet. It's November 27, 2025, 9 a.m., and I'm hunched at my desk, the clutter of bank records and Torin's 2015 letters staring back like accusations. Mom's pocket watch, cracked but ticking, rests beside a steaming coffee mug, its silver glinting under the desk lamp's glow. My laptop hums, the 2025 Zoom app open, its interface sleek and cold. The cabin's solitude presses in, my only company the watch's steady pulse and the ache of last night, Torin's rejection, Sigurd's voicemail, the Seattle bank alert. I let her turn him against me, I think, guilt gnawing as I open Zoom and call Torin. His face appears, bleary in a cluttered Seattle apartment, easels and paint cans in the background. "Dad, it's early," he says, rubbing his eyes, 30 but looking younger, lost. "Torin, the bank stuff you did for Sigrid, what was it?" My voice is sharp, though I don't mean it to be. He frowns, defensive. "She said it was a family investment, needed my email to verify your accounts. Said you approved it." My stomach drops. Family investment? I grip the mug, coffee sloshing, the watches tick a drumbeat. "She lied, Torin. She used you," I say, softer now, anger shifting to Sigrid. "She played us both." Torin's jaw tightens, shame flickering in his eyes. "I thought I was helping," he mutters, looking away. The snow taps harder, a mirror to the storm inside me. I let her turn him against me. My mind repeats, the guilt of our rift, my control, his rebellion, mixing with this new betrayal. Sigrid's cunning cuts deeper than I thought, exploiting Torin's distance, my absence. I'm 58, fighting a battle I didn't see coming, alone in this cabin, my son 3,000 miles away, caught in her web. The laptop pings, a new email breaking the Zoom static hum. It's from Sigrid's lawyer, the subject stark, settlement offer. My pulse races as I open it. Sigrid proposes retaining half the transferred funds, no charges filed, per 2025 fraud laws. Half? She's admitting she tried to steal Mom's $300,000, offering a deal like it's a business transaction. I slam the mug down, coffee splashing on Torin's letter. She thinks she's won, I growl. Torin's still on the screen, silent, his shame mirroring mine. The watch ticks louder, Mom's anchor urging me to fight, but the cabin's emptiness, my solo battle, Torin's distance, chokes me. The snow's soft tap, the watch's tick, and Zoom's faint static fill the silence. Sigrid's played her hand, but what's my move? Will I confront her, and can I mend things with Torin before she tears us apart for good? Snow blurs the Asheville skyline outside the lawyer's office, smearing the glow of VR spa billboards that pulse with 2025's wellness hype. It's November 27th, 3 p.m., and I'm seated at a mahogany table, the air thick with tension and the faint hum of holiday music, jingle bells, tinny and out of place. Sigrid sits across from me, her yoga chic scarf loose, eyes cold. Her lawyer, a sharp-suited man with slicked hair, shuffles papers, while a bank rep's face flickers on a Zoom screen, her virtual office backdrop jarringly bright. I clutch Mom's pocket watch, its cracked face biting my palm, the tick a steady anchor in this sterile room. I'm 58, fighting for my mother's legacy, and I'm losing everything I built. I slide a folder forward, my voice steady despite the rage boiling inside. "Bank logs, Torin's email you used, Leora's statement about Thane's visits," I say, locking eyes with Sigrid. "You used our son." The words burn, each one a blade. Sigrid leans back, smirking faintly. "You're predictable, Eldrick. You smothered us, me, Torin, everyone." Her voice drips with disdain, but her glance flicks to the watch, a crack in her armor. "And you're caught," I snap, pushing the evidence closer. The lawyer clears his throat, offering a settlement. Ms. Warwick retains half the funds, no charges, per 2025 fraud laws. Half? Of Mom's $300,000? I shake my head. No deal. I'm consulting for divorce, citing fraud. The words land like a gavel, final. Sigrid's smirk fades, her eyes narrowing. "You'll regret this," she hisses, leaning forward. "I'll drag Torin into court, make him testify against you." The threat hits like ice, Torin's face flashing in my mind, his anger, his distance. I'm losing everything I built, I think, my chest tightening, the watches tick louder than the music. But I hold her gaze, unflinching. "Try it," I say, voice low. "The evidence buries you." The bank rep nods on Zoom, confirming the trust's lock, her voice clipped, "No transfers without Mr. Warwick's biometrics." Sigrid's glance at the watch lingers, a hint of remorse, but she masks it, her lips tight. The lawyer shuffles papers, his confidence waning, the Zoom's static humming like my pulse. I'm alone in this fight, Torrens doubt a shadow, his text from this morning still unanswered. The snow taps the glass, a soft counterpoint to the watch's relentless tick. My phone vibrates, and I glance down, heart jumping. Torrens text, "Why trust you now?" The words sting, a fresh wound, but they're a response, a crack in his wall. Sigrid rises, scarf trailing, her heels clicking out, leaving her thread hanging. The music loops, papers rustle, and I'm left with the watch, Torrens doubt, and a question, will he respond again? The fire crackles in my Blue Ridge cabin's living room, its warm glow dancing across family photos on the walls, me, Sigrid, Torren as a boy, moments I thought would last forever. It's November 28th, 2025, evening, and I'm sunk into the couch, a coffee mug warm in my hands. A bottle of bourbon, our old Thanksgiving tradition, sits untouched on the table, its amber catching the light. Mom's pocket watch lies open beside it, the inscription for Eldrick, my anchor glinting, its tick steady despite the cracks. The TV hums, an NFL recap dissecting yesterday's games, the crowds roar a distant echo of a world moving on without me. I'm 58, and today's confrontation with Sigrid, her threat to drag Torren into court, burns like a fresh wound. I drove him away, I think, the guilt heavier than the watch. Sigrid's betrayal, Thane's grudge, the trust fund fight, they're my failures too. My laptop chimes, the 2025 Zoom app glowing, and Torren's call pops up. I hesitate, Torren's text from earlier, "Why trust you now?" Stinging, but I click accept. His face fills the screen, Seattle's dusk behind him, his apartment cluttered with paint cans. "Dad," he starts, voice tight, "Sigrid lied, but you controlled me. The trust fund fights pushed me away." His words hit like a slap, and a memory surges, 2015, our kitchen, Torren begging for art school funds. I withheld them, pushing law, my voice firm, "You need stability." He walked out, our rift sealed. I see it now, the mirror of my own stubborn youth, defying Mom's rules, yet I crushed his dreams. I was wrong, I say, voice low, the fire's crackle filling the pause. I thought I was protecting you, but I controlled you. I'm sorry. The words hurt, raw, but they're true. Torren's eyes soften, a crack in his armor. "I'm coming tomorrow," he says, almost a whisper. "We'll talk." My chest loosens, hope flickering like the firelight. He hangs up, the Zoom static fading, and I lean back, the watches tick a quiet promise. I drove him away, but maybe I can bring him back. The NFL recap drones on, the bourbon bottle gleaming, untouched, a nod to the past I'm rewriting. My phone pings, a bank email, Thane Carver arrested, fraud charges confirmed. Thane's gone, his grudge buried, but Torren's words linger. I stare at the photos, Torren's young smile, and feel the weight of my flaws. The fire pops, the watch ticks, and I'm alone with this fragile hope. Will our bond heal, or is it too late? Snow sparkles under a clear sky, blanketing the frozen pond behind my Blue Ridge cabin. It's November 29th, 2025, morning, and my breath clouds in the crisp air, mingling with Torren's as we stand side by side. The watch, Mom's cracked silver heirloom, rests in my hand, its tick a quiet pulse. A wooden box at my feet holds scholarship papers, the future I'm building. Leora Hensley watches from the porch, her scarf bright against the cabin's weathered wood. I'm 58, and after Sigrid's betrayal, Thane's arrest, and Torren's doubt, this moment feels like redemption. I turn to Torren, 30, his eyes softer than yesterday's video call. "Grandma's legacy," I say, holding out the watch. "For you, and for artists like you." The $300,000 trust now funds a scholarship in Mom's name, a chance for kids to chase dreams I once stifled in him. Torren takes the watch, his fingers brushing mine, and whispers, "You didn't give up on me, Dad." His voice cracks, and he adds, "You were always enough." The words land like sunlight, warming the ache I've carried. This is my anchor, I think, my chest tight with relief. We embrace, his arms strong, the snow crunching under our boots, a silent moment louder than any words. Leora steps closer, smiling. My late husband, Tom, he'd love this, she says, her voice thick. He taught kids to paint, believed in second chances. Her memory binds us, 3 souls fighting loneliness. A letter arrives, Sigurd's handwriting, returning $50,000. I lost more than money. I burn it in the cabin's fire, the crackle final. Torun grips the watch, and I know we're enough. A text overlay flashes, share your family story. Standing by the frozen pond, Torun's embrace and the watch's steady tick in his hand feel like a new beginning, a legacy reborn from Mom's love. I've learned that family isn't just held by money or control, but by listening and forgiving, even when it hurts. In life, love finds a way back if we keep the door open. A smile from the porch reminds me we're never truly alone when we share our stories. If this journey touched you, please share your own family moments in the comments below, we'd love to hear them.